Hello, YouTube, Google Plus. Okay, I don't have Illuminati producer here. Bear with me. Yeah. All right. Ain't that work? Okay. So, Sound and Prince guy here. You know the crazy guy. You guys must think I'm crazy. No one ever mentions me or anything. No one even scorches me. Well, a couple of little Google Plus gang stalkers, but not really. No big heavy scorching going on. Yo, but that video was a scorch on me. On Adolf Hitler. When they say, moving on up. Because that's the new anthem for the Illuminati. We're moving on up. Because they think that they're moving on up somewhere. Remember, don't think, believe, don't assume, no. Those fucking people must hate me. I watch her. Illuminati people, you really can't hate me though. How can you hate someone who makes you laugh? You can't. Anyways, I told him, just come to me. I'm not the Punisher. I'm the Savior God. I know it might sound like a maniac sometimes, but because there's nobody more reasonable than me. I'm reasonable. I'm not the fucking Punisher. I'm the Savior. I could kill anybody I want right now. Do a ritual right now, and they'll be dead within 3 days. But I don't feel like it. And what you gonna do? Kill one person at a time? That's not gonna do nothing. Fuck at that. Okay, so these people are on my mind. People that have been turned into clones and boar worms, reptilian boar worms put in their eyeballs and shit, man. This shit is crazy, man. You gonna stand for this? And now I can see the hybrids now. It's more, it's an ability, but I think it has to do with my psychic abilities that are getting more and more prevalent, getting more and more defined. My crown's opening. I can feel it. You're supposed to go like this. No, how are you supposed to do? You're supposed to go like, oh yeah. For your third eye, you're supposed to go like this and rub that shit once in a while. Your crown too, you can rub too. I'll teach you guys, never mind. Or occult master to teach. I'm not gonna teach you. We got masters. I'm no occult master. I know a little about a lot. That's about it. There's masters. We got masters that know a lot about a lot. I know. They've gone through every single 72 spirit. They know which one's official, which is what really just another name for another spirit. Because that's what you find out. They're not all singular. Hey. And some of them are me. Okay. Nothing's funny, okay? I don't making a joke, but it's not funny, guys. It's not funny. Seriously. This shit ain't funny. And as a matter of fact, I'm fucking pissed the fuck off. Okay? I'm pissed off. Pissed off. How many other people they do this shit to? Obviously, all the politicians and the music people and the movie star people. This is not good, people. Do we have anybody in any position of power to fucking stand up for our country? Well, it's not really a country or a corporation, whatever the fuck it is. Is there anybody left with any type of righteousness left, a spark of righteousness left in them? Or has the entire administration, the entire Congress, the entire legislature, the entire Senate, all these bodies, have they all these people been replaced with reptilian clones or whatever, hybrids, whatever the fuck they are? I mean, because that's a distinct possibility. Okay? Guys, you wrap your mind around that? Why couldn't it be possible? Why couldn't it be true? Why? Huh? Why? Anything's possible. How long have these people been... Yo, these people like wiped out entire civilizations. This is what they do. That's why they changed the frequency on Nibiru. Our allies did. We did that shit. Nah, observer races probably could have did it too, okay? But no, I think the Balon did that. I think we did that. The Four Winds did that. That's another... I call it the Ferocious Fantastic Four. That's our true creator allies, everybody. I mean, we got other small divisions incorporated within us. That's in the Bible. It talks about the Four Winds. That's why I call them the Four Winds or the Ferocious Fantastic Four. I came up with the Ferocious Fantastic Four. I thought that was but I don't really come up with shit because the spirits help me. Yeah. Hold on a second. Okay, excuse me. So, yeah, I'm not really, like I said, there's not really any I anymore. I mean, I do have myself, but I'm so, you know what? To be honest, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so disgusted. I'm so the burden of the world's shoulders. It's not easy to carry. And when you invoke spirits, they take your energy and they transpose it. They transform that energy. It's like sun stars. It's like a current. And it's you have some control over how you want to how intense you want to raise this current. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm to that point now where I mean, that's it. I don't know, but okay. So big revelation. Okay, I'm gonna reveal a revelation right now. All right. Okay, we have benefactors that they all have their own specialty. Okay, they have their own attributes. Okay, I'm no occult master. Okay, but some wisdom has come. I wish I could talk to an actual, if there's any occult people out there, it'd be nice I had someone to talk to. Like an actual witch or an actual sorcerer, an actual magician, like really, real actual one. Not, someone just says, hey, I'm a witch. No, because you say you're a witch, you're not a witch. You're a pagan, whatever. There's nobody, in my eyes, you're not considered a witch unless you got 40 scratches. You ain't got 40 scratches, then you ain't no witch in my eyes. And there's more to it than that, but as far as I'm concerned, then what kind of work have you done? I mean, what kind of magical achievements have you achieved? I mean, can you ask to travel? Can you go to Sabbath? Have you ever went to Sabbath? Have you Uh, have you mastered um, dream? You're dreaming. You're dreaming. You know, have you mastered your dreaming? Your astral traveling. You, you know, to be considered an accomplished magician, you have to explore all the astral realms. That's part of the deal. Okay. You want to really say I'm a magician, like a real magician? Well, then tell me about the astral realms. Because if you can't, then you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. I did a small amount of astral traveling. I'm not interested in doing astral traveling because I don't have the energy to do it. Extremely exhausting. Okay, it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you to invoke a spirit. It takes a lot out of you to astral travel. It takes a lot out of you, my child. I don't have the energy. I'm barely hanging on. Barely hanging on, but okay. Here's the big revelation. Now that your ears are bleeding, we're rattling on over here. Okay, let me go back to what I was saying. So, okay, in there, nothing. Okay, all right. So, 72 spirits, right? All these spirits originate from. No, that's not true. Not all, but some. Some spirits originate from one source. So, if I'm 1/3 of the threefold deity, then when I'm in existence, or we're one of us, or we're all, whether we're all in existence at once, or two, and one's in aeonic sleep, or whatever, or one's in just in spirit form, or it doesn't matter. It's still connected, still one thing. But when you get to that point of spiritual perfection, when you reach that, abilities, which I have, but I don't have in this world right now. I do, but I have to remember, still the connection's severed, guys, because of the watchtower. So they do cut us off. That's the reptilian vortex. Okay, that's all I'm trying to get at. Okay. Don't forget, everybody, that, had my pound, something out there. Well, so these people shot me in the head. Okay. I'm losing my eyesight, going, rapidly. It happened 10 years ago. So I don't have the capabilities that I should have because I received a brain injury, So I'm sure it has debilitated me in my, in my spiritual makeup as well, because it was a traumatic event. So by that happening, that limited my state of awareness. I mean, yeah, in some ways it debilitated me even more than we already are dumbed down. We got dumbed down, chakras got, chakras not activated, but a lot of that shit we did to ourselves because we, the food, water, and that's what GMOs are doing. They're dumbing us down even more. GMO dumb down food, So, when I'm in existence, or one of us in existence, anybody, even you, anybody watching this, you got the ability to create a body of light. It's called a body of light, or a luminous body, but there's different bodies of light. There's allies. You can create allies, like thought forms, like people pray to Jesus, or these archetypes are just thought forms, But they can actually, if it's possible, bring the thought form into actual existence. Okay? So allies are probably most likely thought forms that were brought into existence way in the, through the life of Earth, They, they're elementals, so they're in contact with the elemental world. So the elementals know how to survive through any type of Earth cataclysm, basically, because they are in tune with Mother Earth. They're in the same frequency. So, or maybe not the same frequency, but very close, so they can communicate quite easily. Okay? So that's what allies. I saw an ally too. I don't know if there's any sorcerers out there that has ever seen an ally or created an ally or worked with an ally or anything like that. Know what I'm talking about. Okay? If anybody is watching this, they're not aware of what an ally is, what am I talking about? You go and you learn about allies from Toltec sorcery, from Carlos Castaneda talked about. Okay? Don Juan Mattis. And I met them too. I met some of them. But when I saw them, I didn't know who they were. Now I know who they are, but when I saw them, they didn't tell me who they were. Well, they approached me a couple of times. One time I thought they were the Gangstalker people. And I was real disrespectful and shit. Told them I'd kill him and everything. I waved a pizza knife at him. I said, yeah, come here, motherfucker. He came to the pizza shop. They said, you know who we are? I said, yeah, I thought they were Albanians. Because the Albanians play a part in the equation of what's going on here too, but nobody talks about them. Yeah, people are scared of them people. Got a pretty ferocious reputation from what I understand. Okay, so I'm sorry, I keep getting off track here. So, reptilian vortex. This is our prison. This is our problem. This is the ultimate goal. It's always been our ultimate goal to break out of the prison. Okay, for people that don't know, which is probably about 98% of the population of Earth, our whole reason for being here is to get out of here. Ain't that fucked up? Surprise, niggas! In the beginning, it wasn't. In the beginning, it was an experiment to be in physical form and to create physical environment for physical life to spawn or whatever. But we got infiltrated, and Archangel Michael agrees with me on the point that I believe was an accident that the program virus was brought into our program. And has the same symbolism as I already said this a million times, but I'll say it again. Same symbolism as in Aliens. The same symbolism in the Matrix when they're flying towards the mountains and the things are grabbing on and they were trying to escape. The mountains were not the edge of the earth; it was the edge of the program. But I'm not gonna tell you that, of course. That's probably supposed to be some big secret that we're, our existence. I already explained our state of existence the best I could. If anybody out there had half a brain, they would have figured it out. Basically, we live in a giant television. We live in the lens or cell. We live in a sine wave. We live in the heartbeat of the wave. All this shit could be used to, totally map out our existence. Okay, and that's what has to be done for us to identify exactly how this reptilian vortex is anchored to the earth, which I am now aware of, and how it's, we gotta break these chains. I told you. So it encompasses our mental, our spiritual, and our physical being. We're attacked on all sides. Okay, we gotta break out, break the chains. No more. And once the people start seeing the truth, then they start then the inertia starts. That's what we got to do. We got to establish inertia. Okay, see, I explain things simply. Simply, okay. That's the problem with the observer races when they, some, especially the Pleiadians, they talk too fast. For humans to understand, or humans to, imbibe the information, they talk too fast. There's too much information all at once. Okay, that's probably why that lady, Pleiadian lady, she talks real slow because, you know, I talk quickly. I understand, but I'm trying to explain things simply. Okay, so that's what we got to do. So, how's the anchor to the earth? As above, so below, man. The guy matches up the geological formations of Earth with the geological formations of this imaginary moon that we see, or whatever he's looking at. Because I don't believe the moon we see is actually our moon. The moon. It's just a, whatever it is, a giant balloon filled with glow stick juice or whatever the hell it is, some kind of bullshit like that or whatever. Well, no, it's not a fucking planet. These guys cannot show the moon, okay? There's structures up there, there's bases up there, there's all kinds of shit up there. They can't show it. If they showed the moon, people say, "Oh my God, look at all the stuff there," and they can't show it. Even Spielberg admitted, "Yeah, I filmed the fucking pretend moon landing and all that shit." There's so much stuff that been that whole presentation of landing on the moon. That's been broken down and it's been exposed many times already. I mean, pretty much every watcher already knows that moon landing was bullshit. But what's so funny is the people, everybody argues: is the world flat or is it round? It's not round. It's not flat. It's concave. We live in a lens. I mean, anybody should be able to see very simply that why are satellite dishes shaped the way they are. The person who invented the satellite dishes thought in his mind, or believed in his mind, that if he makes the satellite dishes the same shape as the Earth, then he would get the best reception. Right? If it was flat, then satellite dish would be flat. If it was round, then satellite dish would be oval or whatever. I mean, to me, that seems, quite logical, Captain. Thank you, Mr. Spock. Okay, so, how's the anchor to the Earth? As above, so below. I was posting pictures of, I go through the Veilon, I go through, the images, the Veilon images, the Wingmaker images, the Nordic images, the Gartha images, I go through them, and I saw some of our constellations. Some constellations, Some more little known constellations that people aren't really too aware of, but they exist. And then I noticed that the Walmart Tunnel are the constellations. So, what are they doing? They're maybe tracing Lee lines. Obviously, they understand the Lee line structure of the Earth, and where they know where all the power centers are, and they they're aware probably of the wisdom of how to use the stars in magic, and because you can use those. That's a tool. I don't know how to do it, but yeah, it's quite obvious to me, that they use the stars and those constellations in cooperation with the rituals and shit. See, I'm not a big ritual person, so that wouldn't even interest me. I don't even care about that. But when you are officially initiated into the mysteries, it's like boot camp. You have to do whatever your priestess or high priest tells you, or your benefactor, or however you're running. And some of the lessons are, lessons that you might not feel comfortable with. But that's just the way it is, you know. And the only reason that we're not comfortable with certain rituals or whatever is uh, because that's our programming. That's our, you know, even the last vestige of unrighteous pride has to be destroyed. And some of these rituals do that, but it's done in a way that's not harmful. That's um, it's not harmful. It's helpful. It's part of our. It's just part of the journey. You know. It's you know. But see, the scumbag people, Illuminati people, they do their rituals and they don't understand the goal. You know of what is supposed to be the result, and you know what is the growth. They're not interested in growth. They're interested in immortality, and that's it. They're all synthetic, and so that they don't have a divine source, so they're not, you know, they want to, you know, they don't even have to really keep their spirit intact because they trace the soul energy. So when one of them dies, whatever, they know how to. It's not real soul. They're just light orb creations. They're not real souls. And the people that start off with real human souls are wiped out by their efforts, you know. And that's why I said some of these people's spirits are being held in bondage, and got to get them out. You know, I don't know about you, but you know, some people have come to me and told me that Britney Spears is my cousin, and I don't know exactly how, or I don't, I'm not sure exactly what is the heritage there, or how she is my cousin, but you know, these people we grew up with, Madonna and Britney Spears, and if their souls are held in bondage, I'm not okay with that. You know, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with any person who just wanted to sing and dance and got annihilated and abused and exploited. No, that's not acceptable to me at all whatsoever. And it shouldn't be acceptable to anybody else either. These people are horrible people, but uh, for us to this is crazy, but you know, people. That's why I want people to understand. For us to look at Beyonce, you know, and say, "Oh, look at that scumbag," or whatever, you know, when it's not Beyonce anymore, you're getting mad at a clone, or we're getting mad at a clone. We're disgusted with a clone. Not, it's not a person. So how can we hold that clone responsible for whatever it's doing? We can't. You can't. So rescue these people. Rescue their spirits, man. Make sure they're all right, and all the movie stars and all these people that are being exploited. Um, Obviously, the tribes are my first. You know, I'll say the tribes are our number one priority. You know, those people gotta be rescued. All the people from Palestine gotta be taken out of there. They gotta be just taken out of there. Just forget it. You know, dance over. Take it out. Take them out of there. They got to get out of there, or nobody can bomb Israel. How you gonna bomb Israel with the Palestinians there? You know, that's what they do. They hide behind children. These people got. What do you think they do? You know what they do? They put bunkers, and then on top they got giant soccer fields. So when they call martial law, they're gonna put the fucking people in there. So the people are gonna be in the soccer field out there, whatever, and all the scumbag, military people hide underneath. I mean, that's what they do. That's what they do. Scumbags. And how are we to know that almost the entire military has not been replaced with clones or whatever? Some kind of hybrid or totally programmed it and put chips in them, and we don't know, guys. These people are slick. We're surrounded by the wolves. The wolves came in amongst the flock. You know. So the solution to the problem, one of the solutions is to destroy this reptilian vortex. Okay. How are we gonna do it? Well, you know, these races, observer races, are not all. They're not. I mean, they're advanced. But they're still walking the crooked path. And they're not. I'm sure they won't ever admit it. But you think they're not learning shit from our videos? You better fucking believe they are. You better believe they are. They're gonna watch this shit right here. Watch this shit right here. Guarantee they watching all my shit. So if we could, I already said, I already, revealed a lot of shit about how the reptilian vortex is grounded, and about the Pentagon plays a role. It's situated in a certain spot, and there's something like, I think it's like a key, like it's the key, like it's the something under there. Something under there has something to do with the vortex. That's why it's there. It's under there because it's the most heavily protected place, or whatever, which is not really protected. It's not really protected, really. I mean, fucking North Korea's got missiles. They can't even detect them. North Korea could shoot a missile over here right now. They won't even know what happened. All of a sudden, there start being nuclear explosions. Boom, boom. And they'll freak out. Where did it come from? They're not gonna know. They already blew by our technology already. We don't have good technology, and the military doesn't have good equipment because the people running the country are the greedy sons of the bitch, and they're stealing all the damn money. Instead of putting the money into the military to protect the country and whatever, they steal it, and they just send it to wherever, or pretend to send it wherever and put it in Rothschild's bank account. I mean, Israel should just be called Illuminativille. I mean, because it's just this area created by Illuminati. Not really, created by the Confederate coalition of 3 city-states. And apparently, there's no such thing. There's no more such thing as the city-states. Apparently, a lot of people are getting arrested, and I guess, the observer race, they're putting a smackdown. And Obama's about to be arrested, and I mean, I believe when I see it. All right. So what I'm going to do is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start to research a little bit more about this vortex, and I know where to go to come across information to create a vortex. So all you got to do is learn how to create one and then reverse engineer it. I'm sure the reptilian vortex is not the same procedure, that might not be exactly the same procedure that we do, as sorcerers. If I really wanted to create my own vortex, I could create a vortex in this wall over here and just make a vortex go in there. Like, it'll be a door, but nobody will be able to see it but me or whatever. And then I'd go into another area that I designate to be a certain space. It's a vortex, man. Go back to the Egyptian uh, hieroglyphs and shit. It says that Anubis created vortexes, created vortexes. And I was Anubis. The dog head is like the lamb head, or the lion of Judah, or the lamb that went to the slaughter, or, you know, this type of shit. And then, matter of fact, back then they created people with dog heads to try to confuse the people. Yeah, they created dog head people. They created pig head people. They created in the past. Created fucking horrible things. They probably got a lot of horrible things right now. They could have whole armies of giant dog people or something. We don't know. Underground. I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna work on that. And I'm gonna put my thinking cap on a little bit and do a little research. And then I'm gonna get back to you. And we're gonna come up with a plan of how to destroy it. But we're not going to be the ones to destroy it because we don't have the resources or the technology to destroy it. But we could figure out how to destroy it. At least we'll know. And that's half the battle. Because if everybody knows, and then people are going to start putting even subconsciously, people will put their will towards that to destroying the prison. Our prison, our quarantine, destroy it. Destroy it. And that was part of the symbolism in the Matrix too. When Neo was standing there looking in the Matrix and shit's falling down, and he's like, "Damn, I gotta destroy this. Gotta bring it down. You gotta destroy it from the inside out." All right, y'all. It's all love. We are the brave and true, and united we stand.